I'm not exactly sure what this issue is about here, but I see people talking about this Nigerian swirler gets scammed by her dream white man. I believe Mona did a video as well, but this one is from Shay Sade. Shout out to our girl Shay. It says Onika realizes her ex lied about the amount of money he borrowed from family and friends. So some of y'all are so desperate that y'all giving the money up to try to pretend that your man has money. Like, anyway, child, I don't know if y'all heard of this, but let's take a listen, child.
And then I asked my dad, I go, but please tell me he didn't take money from you. And my dad goes, don't worry about that right now.
Girl.
And then I was just on the floor screaming. Like, this is my family. This is
Girl, why are you on the floor screaming? Are you 3?
my family. And he said, listen, Onika, I'm a man that's found a lot of success in my life. I have $1.5 million worth of cars. I have $500,000 worth of watches. This man had to work hard to pull one over on me. He said, I have loaded guns in every single room in my house. I didn't know if this man was a part of a group. And I asked him, I go, why didn't you bring this up to me? He goes, well, Onika, you're Nigerian. Like, that's a scamming capital of the world. I didn't know if you were in on it. And that's when the irony hit me. I'm Nigerian and I'm a proud Nigerian. I tell people it's my biggest flex. But the country's not perfect. We have our strengths, we have our weaknesses. But one of our weaknesses is that there's a ton of scammers versus Denmark, who's considered to be this prestigious, wealthy, happy country. So the fact that a Danish man pulled this over on a Nigerian or Nigerians collectively, it just blew my mind. Screw it. I'm going to go to Monaco.
It sounds like it's your fault. Fans criticize Onika for frequent travel even after she realizes her ex owes a close friend $200,000. A close friend to you? Child, just so she can take these pictures and show this white man off, I'm thinking.
Go to Barcelona to meet up with some friends. We're going to go to Brazil. And he's like, well, let's do Paris. And I said, okay. We end up going to Cabo for one of my childhood friends' wedding. I board a flight and I head to Denmark for the first time. We hop on a flight to go to Nigeria. I already have plans to go to Budapest for New Year's. So we went to Cartagena, Colombia, and it was a very affordable. And then we had gone to Key West. We did Miami and Key West with his mom. We weren't just going to Spain. We were also going to go to see his family in Denmark. And then we were also going to go to Portugal for 2 days. I know a lot of you are thinking, like, how are you traveling? He was making a very steady income. I wanted to take a moment to address a very hot take, which is the trips. And let me start by saying that I completely understand where all of you are coming from. If I was on the outside looking in, I would be like, why are y'all taking these trips when you owe these people money? I was a big traveler long before I met my ex. Because it was such a big passion of mine, I decided to try to make it into a business. And I started a travel blog called The Roaming Realtor. This blog was actually...
Child, these are the people that y'all be listening to when you want to take trips from Texas to Louisiana, talking about you need some money to schedule your damn trips for you when you could do that shit yourself. Child, so she out here pretending and showing the internet, of course, her white man and all the money he has and everything that she got from him allegedly. Shout out to my fave. He said this divester got scammed by her Snow King. Lord help your people.
Started just 2 months before I found out about the gambling addiction and the money owed to crypto and crypto's life, which I hear you guys are now calling her Cryptisha. And let me just say, I love that. As most of you can recall, before we went to Colombia, we went to Crypto's house so that my ex could make amends. And at that time, I told them both about the travel blog that I had already invested thousands of dollars into, and told them that if they were not comfortable with us traveling, we would not do that because I did not want to be disrespectful to them. And they made it very clear that they wanted to support this business venture. And they also did not want me to stop living my life because of the mistakes made by my ex. Something else to keep in mind is that...
No, I want my money. No, I don't want to see you traveling all over creation when you owe me money. No, give me my money and then do your traveling. What the fuck?
I work very, very hard for my money, and a majority of these trips were funded by me with my own funds. We came up with a payment plan that was agreed on by everyone involved, and they were fully aware of our travels, and they were 100% okay and comfortable with it. I am still very good friends with crypto and crypto's life to this day. I'm so grateful for them, and I hope this clears the air for all of you. As most
jackasses, you wouldn't be friends with me.
Most of you are aware of
$200,000 allegedly. Hell no. And you still out here traveling, pretending shit.
I made the great mistake of marrying a professional international criminal con artist, and I wanted to share with you guys the lessons I have learned. Lesson number 1, don't be too trusting. Trust should be earned and not given out like free samples.
Anyone that would listen to this person is out of their minds. You heard? Why would you listen to someone that got scammed? Oh yeah, y'all listen to Kendra Cha.
It's okay to give someone the benefit of the doubt, but what you cannot do is give someone blind access to your resources, your life, or your heart without them showing signs of consistency. Number 2, love should never override your instincts. There were so many times where my subconscious was telling me, this is a red flag, you're making the wrong decision, but I allowed my love for this man to override my best judgment, and I will never let that happen again.
Oh, so you knew, like y'all always know, like we always know. That's called intuition. You ignored it for the pink. Clearly you like the pink, right? Unlike Beavis and Butthead, who likes the BBC. See all this damn confusion that y'all have. And now all of a suddenly you just want to be like, oh, I'll never do that again. I think you'll do it again. Let me rewind that. I think you'll do it again, allegedly.
But what you cannot do is give someone blind access to your resources, your life, or your heart without them showing signs of consistency. Number 2.
Wait, didn't you marry him though? Didn't she say they got married? I feel like she said that they got married.
And I hope this clears the air for all of you. As most of you are aware of, I made the great mistake of marrying a professional international criminal con artist, and I wanted to share with you guys the lessons I have learned. Lesson number 1, don't be too trusting. Trust should be earned.
The odds are that people are not going to find an international criminal. So it's really not what they should have to really technically worry about. You could have just came on here and saved all this story and said, trust your intuition. No one should listen to this woman, but y'all, I think there'll be plenty of people. I know people are allegedly dragging her because this story sounds crazy. Ridiculous. She's trying to make herself seem like what, the victim? Everybody still loves me. I'm still a wonderful person. Child, if that man came back and said he wanted you, I think she might go.
And not giving out like free samples. It's okay to give someone the benefit of the doubt, but what you cannot do is give someone blind access to your resources, your life, or your heart without them showing signs of consistency. Number 2, love should never override your instincts. There were so many times where my subconscious was telling me, this is a red flag, you're making the wrong decision, but I allowed my love for this man to override my best judgment, and I will never let that happen again. Number 3, never allow yourself to be isolated from your friends and family. That is something manipulators will do. They do it to their benefit. They're trying to blind you, and they're trying to make you easier to manipulate and exploit. Number 4, financial transparency is a non-negotiable. If you share your life with someone and you need to know aspects about their finances and they're getting cagey and they're getting defensive, that is a red flag. Number 5, charm is not character. Oftentimes, con artists and manipulators, what they do is they act very confident and charismatic and impressive, but this is not character, it's performance. You learn someone's true character from consistency, transparency, and how they behave after they receive your trust. And number 6, if someone asks you to pick out whatever you want, let them buy you the damn bag.
So I wanted to respond real quickly to this viral love story gone wrong, swirler saga that has been making its rounds across the internet over the last few days. And just a brief recap for those of you guys who are not aware, this story is called The Danish Deception, and it's basically about a former bachelorette alumni who fell head over heels and got into a whirlwind.
She was on The Bachelor too. Oh no. The Bachelor better do a better job of vetting people. This is the second one today that had something to do. Yo, the white woman was crazy, and this woman is crazy. Yo, y'all, that white woman that was saying that man impregnated her with twins is from The Bachelor, and this biatch is from The Bachelor too. Bachelor is taking strays. They better do better vetting, child.
Romance with a guy who ended up being this international con artist. And the story begins with them meeting on a trip in Croatia, and then they continue flirting on social media. She gets flued out to Europe at one point and has a lavish vacation early on in the relationship. And then I think within a matter of 3 or 4 months, he ends up going out to Dallas, and then they end up eloping and having a private ceremony. She doesn't really tell her parents. She does have a Nigerian background, so he doesn't ask for her hand in marriage. She doesn't really tell anybody. They get married privately so that they can be together. And then the plan was for them to later on have a real wedding with family and friends involved. But nevertheless, as that continues, as they are engaged in planning their life together, then things start to happen. He starts to ask for money, and then more money, and all these things start adding up. And then through a series of events, a friend admits to her that he has a gambling addiction. And even though she finds out she has a gambling addiction, she still goes on to marry him in hopes that he would change. And again, through a series of more events and more lies and more things on adding up, she goes on to find out that not only did he have a gambling addiction, it's continued. He owes hundreds of thousands of dollars to multiple people, including...
Child, he could be on the MOB and they come knocking on your damn door. Lord help your people.
Her own blood family and her sister. And she also finds out that he had been cheating with her earlier on in the relationship. So it just
whoa, he was cheating. Hold on. I missed that. Back it on up.
Adding up, she goes on to find out that not only did he have a gambling addiction, it's continued. He owes hundreds of thousands of dollars to multiple people, including her own blood family and her sister. And she also finds out that he had been cheating with her earlier on in the relationship. So it just ultimately goes from bad to
Oh, he was just cheating on. Well, you only knew each other for what, 2 to 3 months before you got married. There wasn't enough time any daggone way. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you haven't even solidified that you're gonna get rid of other people because it's not even enough time. Y'all be rushing shit so daggone much, but then turn around talking about you want to start a community of women. Child, if these people don't go to hell.
worse, and she realizes it was just a total incomplete scam. Although she has gotten a lot of pushback, I do applaud her for sharing her story because it takes a lot of courage to come online and share your mistakes
Hey,
and the things that you may be embarrassed or ashamed
Shay, no, you're too nice. No, applaud nothing. Applaud nothing here. She is a grown ass person that made this dumbass decision because she wanted a white man and she was going for money. Listening to her, she was going for money. She the one that just sat here and said she saw the red flags. She knew the red flags. Now she allegedly want to tell somebody to watch out for the red flags. That's called women's into damn wishing. But you negated all that because you wanted to be showing yourself on damn internet. Allegedly, this is just my synopsis of this with this limited amount of information. You wanted to show that you was going to Croatia, Moatia, and Kazasia. Child, wherever the fuck it is that she was going all the way over there and all them different ass places that you know daggone well that most people ain't never heard of before. And you wanted to flex on everyone. She wanted to flex on everyone. And now you done flexed on your daggone self and you look like a daggone fool and you made these daggone decisions. And even though he probably allegedly was a part of this scam or whatever, you fell for it hook, line, and damn sinker. You are not the victim at all. Because when they sat up there and told you that the man owed money and he had the daggone gambling addiction, you continued on. What more is there after that? And you was given the money. You admittedly said that you was given the money. So now your parents is probably in debt because of you, or at least lost some money because of you. And now she want to come out here on the internet trying to act like she giving advice. Why do y'all want to take advice from people who are failures, like complete and utter failures at the nth degree? I wouldn't listen to shit she had to say unless I'm looking at it to make a reaction video to show how absolutely simple she is. Shout out to Woku. I appreciate you, Boo. He said, if you're black, nothing for you. If you're white, there's plenty for you. Desperate babes on the prowl in search of white man. We saw a white woman from earlier. She was desperate too. She didn't messed up allegedly 3 white men's lives, pretending that she's pregnant because of how desperate she is. Now, I'm not saying that this woman ruined his life. It sounds like he did mess up her life somewhat, but she was a willing participant here. She definitely was a willing participant. Child, I don't know what them 3 men from earlier are supposed to do, but I don't know. I don't know. If it's not copywritten, you can send it to me. Send it to my email. Shout out to my fave. He said Viking Brad Pocket checked her battle rapper style. He's so stupid. Shout out to Jay Gray. Come on, cha.
of. And hindsight is always 2020. So
Yeah.
I do want to acknowledge her for that. And the story in the conversation that she's opened up. The primary thing that I want to focus on with this video is one big reason he was able to carry on this way is likely because he's white, of Danish descent.
Yeah.
And she mentioned in many of her videos that he was her dream man. And let's just be honest, many people, many women are not quick to want to give up a dream, especially if it's a good one. They're going to want to
a dream, a simple fantasy that I wish was reality, that you come knocking at my door and we relive this dream once more. Shout out to I need a microphone. Shout out to DeBarge. If you know, you know. Let me go over here